Hey guys, today's lesson is about acoustic guitar, fingerstyle acoustic guitar, and in particular it's about Travis picking. Now the Travis picking is that technique which comes from Mel Travis, one of the masters of ragtime and country finger picking guitar, but this technique is something that you find not only in country music but also in very popular pop and rock songs. I'm just going to mention two Travis picking songs that I'm sure everybody knows, and I'm talking about Dust in the Wind by Kansas and Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. So the Travis picking technique involves the bass moving between the root of the chord and another note of the chord, usually the fifth, but it could also be the third. For today's example, we'll be using the fifth of the chord to alternate with the roots. All this while we also play a melody on top of the chords, okay? So that's the basics of the Travis picking technique. We'll be learning this etude that I wrote for this lesson, guys. Before we get started, I'm just gonna ask you to like this video if you enjoy this type of content, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Also remember that you can find the tab for everything I'll be playing today on my Patreon page. The link is in the description below. So the chords that we're gonna use today are D major, okay, which will be alternating with a D sus4, just adding the little finger down here, and a C at 9 with a sharp 11, which again will be alternating with this note, which is the fifth. So this is just a classic C at 9, so C at 9 sharp 11 and just C at 9, and then we'll be moving to an A7 sus2, then A minus 7, A7 sus4, and back to A minus 7. This is because we want to have a melody going on together with the different bass notes that we're gonna alternate with the right hand. You might have noticed, guys, that today we are using capo 2, so this etude that I wrote is thought with a capo 2 on. In particular, I'm using this capo by G7. If you guys are interested in finding out more about this capo, I'll leave a link in the description below. So the first chord starts with two strings that you pluck simultaneously, which is another typical thing of Travis picking. It doesn't happen all the time, okay? You might have even single notes all the time, but in this case we start with a pluck of two strings, the D string where the root note is, and the first string. I'm using thumb and middle finger, like this. After this, I'm gonna start alternating the bass notes. So now I move to the G string where I find the fifth of the chord, and I'm gonna use G string with my thumb and B string with my index. So like that. Then I'm back to the root note on the D string with my thumb, and my middle finger plays the first string before ending on the G string again with my thumb. So recapping the pattern for this first bar, I play two strings, then G, B, D, E, and G again. So the first and the last note are a little bit longer. And for this reason, very often in the Travis picking technique, you find that these notes, which are a little bit longer, are played with a sort of staccato feel, which means very, very short, like, okay. In order to do this, I helped myself with a little bit of pole muting, so you will be seeing my right hand being really close to the bridge in order to mute the sound of the notes. Pretty much all of the notes have this kind of feel, but in particular the first and the last. Now the second bar of the chord will be exactly the same, but as I said, instead of using a D major, I'll be using a D sus4, so it will sound like that, okay? Now I'm counting two separate bars for this pattern on the D and D sus4 chords because I think of a beat which is rather quick, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm thinking of it in eighth notes, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But if you guys feel like counting everything in 16ths, you will end up with a slower tempo to manage, which might be more comfortable, like 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and, which basically means that the whole D sus4 situation takes only one bar, okay? Now I'll stick to the way I feel like counting it, which is in eighth notes, so I will be saying one bar of D and one bar of D sus4. After this, I just repeat the same thing, so it takes 4 bars, like. After this, I move on to the second chord, and I'll be using the ring finger as an anchor, and I get this beautiful C at 9 sharp 11, and I'll be playing exactly the same pattern, guys, but now the root note is on the A string, so I will be starting by plucking the fifth string and the first, okay, and then I will be always alternating the G and the B strings. So I move the bass from the note C, obviously in capo 2, right, which is the root, to the note G, which is the fifth of the chord, like that. Then I will be playing the same pattern with the little finger down on fret number 3. So as we said before, this becomes just a classic C at 9, and it sounds like. And again, I will be repeating the same thing. So another C at 9, sharp 11, and a classic C at 9. Okay, so even this part with the C on the bass takes 4 bars. Then for the last 4 bars, as we said, the root will be on the A string because we're gonna play an A chord, an A7 sus2 first, and I just need this finger down like this. But now my top melody will move on the B string to create this. So I will not be playing the first string anymore. And I'll be starting with a pluck of the A and B strings with my thumb and middle finger, followed by thumb on the D string and index on the G. Then back to the thumb on the A, middle finger on the B, and last note is again the thumb on the D string. I'll be playing this same pattern 4 times in a row. The first time I only have the second finger down. Then I add my first finger down as well to get the A-7. Then I add my little finger down on fret 3 of the B string to get the A7 sus4. I'll take it off, and again I'm back to A-7. So the 4 bars of A sound like. So altogether, this etude that I wrote sounds like. Repeat it, continue, or create variations. That's completely up to you. If you want to play exactly what I was playing, remember that you can find the full tab, the music notation, the full transcription on my Patreon page, linked in the description below. That's all for this lesson, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed it and if you would like to see more of these patterns, fingerstyle patterns using Travis Picking or other techniques as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, so that you stay up to date with all of the upcoming videos. All right. Thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. This was the Bearded Guitarist, and I'll be seeing you next time.